Excellent. That was easy. All right. Now let's check the station. Make sure it's live. Ustream. OccupySFTV. Broadcasting live on Independent Citizen Media homepage. And yes, it apparently is working. I like it. It looks good. OccupySFTV. Broadcasting live on. Probably going to get some reverb on that. The microphone is right here. So I'll turn that down. Let's see. We have quite a few things to discuss tonight. I'll try to bounce off some topics and see if I get some feedback here. I've made a post on my Facebook page. James Cartmill is my Facebook page. That is me. And I'm a veteran. And there's a severe problem we have here in the United States. And it's not what you would think. It's not the sheeple. It's not the people that don't care. It's not the ones that are blind. It's the ones that will go against us when we're in a time of need, asking for help. Those people are dangerous. I experienced it recently in the city of Vacaville, California, just outside of the Bay Area here. I went up there. It's near a military base. And quite frankly, there was a significant rise in what I saw as the amount of people for the interaction that was negative. There was still positive interaction. However, the negative interaction was a significant amount higher than, say, here in the Bay Area or what I've encountered up and down the California coast and throughout, well, the Midwest or the Western states here. Mostly I have had a 90% positive interaction and 10% negative. Throughout Colorado and the Southwest regions, Oklahoma, Nevada, yada yada. And here in California, the most amazing thing I ever saw was being in Vacaville recently, where people actually not only would flip me off and scream at me and yell at me for flying an inverted American flag, Old Glory, that is a sign of distress. If you look it up in the flag code for veterans or anybody that's been in the military should know this, and they should have taught their families this, that flying an inverted flag is a sign of distress. It means that there is a risk to life or property. Now, here in America, I fly the flag inverted because there is both. We have a risk to life and property, and I myself, living generally as a homeless veteran right now, I'm in a safe location, able to broadcast and give a quick update. By the way, I will be doing a shout out for our esteemed colleague Pirate Mike. We need some help finding our friend Pirate Mike. But back to the Vacaville incident. I even had a couple of guys claiming to be Marines. They were wearing civilian clothing. 3 people came up to me finally in total claiming that they were Marines and that they disliked my inverted American flag flying and the fact that I had a veteran in distress sign with me. And it says also right underneath the veteran in distress is a nation in distress. We have over 200,000 veterans here in America that are living homeless on the streets, and an even more unbelievable amount of just general homeless citizens living on the streets. I don't know why we can call ourselves a Christian nation when I see so many people drive by and the sheeple, I wave a peace sign, they ignore me. They don't even look back or wave back. However, with with a 90-10 ratio, that is 90% positive, 10% negative. That is a ratio of feedback. Now, that doesn't count the people completely ignoring me. That is a what I would call a negative feedback, which doesn't really count in the 90-10 spectrum. You know, that amount of people, the sheeple, is uncalculable. There are so many people that just do not pay attention to what's going on or care to acknowledge somebody that has acknowledged them. As soon as I catch eye contact with somebody, as I pan across the lanes of traffic seeing people, I see them quickly look away. Now, are they afraid to catch eye contact with me and see me giving the peace sign? Because I fly the peace sign everywhere, as well as the inverted American flag. You'll have to excuse me, I'm trying to multitask, paying attention here as well as talk at the same time. I really like some people to call in and comment. However, my droid is broken and I'm trying to get a new one. I don't have any cell service. I could use it off the Wi-Fi service, but if I haven't called you, you can't call me, because my Magic Jack number is just that. It's a Magic Jack number. If I don't know you and I haven't called you, you can't talk to me. It's one of those things about being in the revolution. You have to be smart enough how to use current applications and programs for communication. So hold on just one second. I have a comms coming in here. We have a lot going on in Sacramento and in San Francisco. Big time on the march against Monsanto. Just to deviate for a minute on the subject of Vacaville. Okay. All right, great. Get back to him on that. If there's anybody that would like to call in, I believe I can get my line is already set up for which phone line is this? This is my Occupy One Liberty at Gmail phone line. That one's ready to go. If you have a way of calling that line through Gmail, there's a variety of ways. As you can see, you'll be communicating with just me off of, well, I have another communications device. You can either call in directly without video, or you can video chat directly with me through the computer that is sitting in front of me. Currently I'm running off of a Canon T3i connected to a Cerevo live shell, which was generously donated to me for use and for general promotion. It was a trade, more or less. I'm only promoting them this one time because I think it is a fantastic device, and you know, if you're a citizen journalist and you want to have kind of like the logo and everything above the screen, or you can put it, you know, like I have there, the independentcitizenmedia.weebly.com, at Occupy One Liberty. That's my Twitter handle. You can also find me on Facebook. Those are my, you know, my website and my Twitter handle. Obviously, I am James Cartmill. I'm not afraid to stand against the New World Order, and I will not hide behind a mask. I do stand in solidarity with Anonymous. So, brothers, unite. Power to the people. If we do not stand up and fight for our rights, they will be lost. And as a matter of fact, some people don't realize this, but they have already been taken away from us. It's just a matter of, you know, time before the New World Order police state, or George Orwell's 1984, is fully implemented. There are facial scanning recognition devices in the cameras out on the streets and in the malls. There are drones flying overhead. It's unbelievable how much our modern society is comparable to the book 1984 that George Orwell wrote over 50 years ago. I believe it was 1954, but I could be wrong. Go ahead and look it up. I'd like to get on to another topic. Speaking of flag, and I got some organic grapes here because I'm trying my damnedest to be all non-GMO. I march against Monsanto, and you know, if you want to check out the website, you can see some of the photographs over the last couple years that I've done for the marches against Monsanto. I'm also an avid Occupy member of San Francisco, or the Occupy movement. I know a lot of people in San Francisco. I've met some people from New York and Los Angeles, Venice Beach, Oxnard. There's a whole bunch of people in a whole wide variety of age groups, races, color, creed. There's Native, black, white, Hispanic, Jewish. There's a whole bunch of people out there that are trying to come together as a whole, as a one, to change the world and make it a better place. Because what we have now is a degraded system that I don't know. When I was growing up, I never imagined that it would end up like what I'm seeing now. I almost envisioned a utopian type society. I was envisioning a Star Trek type society where we all worked together, and we had free energy and food, a bounty for everyone, and everyone was going to school and learning for free so that they could better themselves and better the community, the humanity within our planet, and try to reach to the stars. You know, and here we have people who are willing to pay to kill poor people because they don't like them around and they think there's too many people on the planet. Well, if we stop using gasoline engines and nuclear devices, we can use self-sustaining energy and self-sustaining natural resources, and humans are a natural resource to make the world grow and thrive. We are destroying the planet as we are now. There's a serious problem. And those that are in power, those that have money and power, are hoarding and tyrannical or oligarchical. It makes me absolutely disgusted to think that there aren't more people standing up and fighting against this. And they look at people like the Iraqis or something and call them terrorists, and they're just people. They want to live. They have been blamed. Oh, something happened. Camera went out. Good thing the microphone's still going. I think I have the camera on a timer. So, now, this is just one option you can use. Should go back on. There we go. I didn't think that was working for a second. Give me just 1 second. I've got some paperwork here I was just about to look for. I'll be right back. Alright. Sorry about that. I forgot these in the other room. Storage room where I left my gear. So, I went ahead and printed out the 17 pages of the United States flag code, or federal law relating to display and associated questions. You can find it online, and it's, got quite a bit of information on there for civilians as well as active and veteran personnel of the armed forces. If I might go down the list here to section 8, respect for flag. No disrespect should be shown to the flag of the United States of America. The flag should not be dipped to any person or thing. Regimental colors, state flags, and organizational institutional flags are to be dipped as a mark of honor. Do you know what dipped means? Or at an angle? There's a whole bunch of things here: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and the flag should never be used as a receptacle for receiving, holding, carrying, or delivering anything. There's a whole slew of information here about the flag, and I can guarantee you there is a whole bunch of people out there, including companies and corporations, that are using the American flag improperly, or they shouldn't be using it at all the way they're using it. It's not to be used as a see if I can find it here. Part of the flag should be ever used as a costume or athletic uniform. However, a flag patch may be affixed to the uniform of military personnel, firemen, policemen, and members of patriotic organizations, like Veterans for Peace. The flag represents a living country and itself is considered a living thing. Therefore, the lapel flag pin, being a replica, should be worn on the left lapel near the heart. And most importantly, number K, or letter K, in the section 8, respect for flag of the United States of America. A lot of you might find this appalling, but I'm going to read it to you. The flag, when in such condition that is no longer fitting emblem for display, should be destroyed in a dignified way, preferably by burning. Now, I've been told that if a flag touches the ground, you should burn it. Now, I've been reading this over and over again, and I'm looking for that part, but I still haven't found it. So I'll read it again. But as we scan through here, there is also a section on civilian display, etc., and so forth, ornaments on flags, fringes on flags, etc., and so forth. Basically, the general public doesn't know this, but they have been disrespecting our flag for quite a long time now. And quite frankly, I think it's appalling that they, in Vacaville especially, would scream and yell at me and flip me off and tell me to go back to Iraq. Well, I get that around the Bay Area anyway. Go back to China, etc., and so forth. Calling me a communist, whatnot. There are rules to the flag, which, just so you know, the rules are more of a guideline. There is nothing you can be prosecuted for flying the flag or using the flag in any way. It is a matter of the freedom of speech. You should be using it as underwear, but people do it anyway. They've been printing it and you shouldn't print it on uniforms. I believe the Dream Team in the Olympics used it on their uniform. I believe there's a variety of uniforms out there that use the American flag that aren't more or less authorized or allowed to be using it. So, on the one hand, me flying an inverted flag versus all these other defective thoughts on how that it's okay to do it. You know, I mean, this is America. Freedom of speech, freedom of rights, religion, yada, yada, yada. People want to make underwear flags. I guess so be it, right? Somebody's going to bitch about it. But, you know, then again, we do have things that we need to go by as a regular. And, you know, respecting our flag and our country. You know, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. No, I pledge allegiance to humanity. But I do believe in respect for a national flag. However, our national flag is tainted. And there is, as they say, no flag big enough to cover the lies that have been portrayed upon this country. I'd like to see if I could get somebody to call in. However, like I said, I can't get anybody to call in because my droid's broken and I have no cell service. It works Wi-Fi only. I do have Wi-Fi service in this location, but you can't call me unless I've called you first. So if anybody wants to ping me their number, you can do it in a variety of ways. I'm scanning all my my social media now. Don't forget to check out my website, independencitizenmedia.weebly.com. I march against the oppression of the people. I show up at marches against Monsanto, and I think that there's a lot more people that need to be out there doing something. I try to be out there on a daily basis, interacting with people that wouldn't normally see, you know, a man standing on the corner in uniform with an inverted flag. My sign says veteran in distress, and when people talk to me, I kind of, or when I approach people, I try to lead in with the GMOs. I see cyclists, joggers. Joggers are kind of hard to stop, but cyclists, they'll stop at a stoplight. People with their windows open at a stoplight. It's good to try to encourage the interaction because, you know, I don't just stand there and hold my sign like a beggar. You know, I'm not panhandling. It's nice to get donations, but, you know, I'm not just doing this to make a buck so I can get high and get something to eat, you know. As a matter of fact, I'm doing this because I think that our country has been degraded to the point that I actually have to stand up and become a journalist, which I'm not, and tell the people how it's going. I see chemtrails every day. There's a variety of things that we could talk about. Unfortunately, Alex Jones has cornered the market on the conspiracy theory shit, and, you know, this is really hard work. Getting out there with a camera, talking to people. I talk to veterans on a consistent basis. There are hundreds of them that I've talked to over the last couple of years that have their benefits not given to them or reduced. Most of them have been not given their benefits. We have a significant problem, and I have placed in multiple posts online, and I'll say it again, I place the president, the cabinet, the House, the Senate, I place them all under citizen's arrest for treason against the people, for war crimes. If they are not guilty, they will not be punished. However, I find them all guilty because none of them have been able to stand up, including Rand Paul. I mean, Rand and Ron Paul have both been accused of crimes. You know, they look like in some light like they're gleaming, tarnished, untarnished, I'm so against this, but yet their investments would say otherwise. So, I think that the old saying of money is evil, yeah, but power corrupts, and ultimate power ultimately corrupts. So, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and check in, post up. IndependentCitizenMedia.weebly.com is my website. And I've got my Twitter link there on the page, or on the video screen there as well, Occupy One Liberty. And you can also tag me up on Facebook, James Cartmill. I am a member of Anonymous, and I am not afraid of speaking out. I'm not afraid of the New World Order. And I think that we need more people like me to stand up and speak out. So if I don't see you at a March Against Monsanto or a Million Mask March, I'll probably see you in a FEMA camp. So peace, love, and solidarity. Oh, almost forgot. Don't forget to check out the archives on my YouTube station. It's the same, OccupySFTV. And oh, damn it, I almost forgot. Most importantly, we are looking for Pirate Mike. Pirate Mike, Stephen Michael Clift, is a good friend of mine and a hardcore revolutionary. He is a freedom fighter, a complete pacifist, and he wouldn't harm the hair on the head of any living creature that I know. And he's missing. He's been missing for 30 days. We really need to find him. The last known location was the Highway 2719 area between Tallahassee and Gainsville. So if you go to my website, or you could even go to his website and look at pictures of him there. I have some on my website, but his website is OccupyVeteransSanFrancisco.weebly.com, and help us find him. If you see him, let him know that he needs to get in contact. Help him get in contact. If he looks hungry or something, give him something to eat and get him a shower. I'm sure he would probably love it. And the man is compassionate and loving. I don't know what's happened to him. We separated ways in San Diego. I had another mission to go on. He had to complete his mission. I came back to the Bay Area, and since time Mike made it from San Diego all the way to Florida. And between February, March, April, May, was May 18th, I believe, we last heard from him. So it has been exactly 31 days since we have last heard from our esteemed colleague, Pirate Mike, Stephen Michael Clift. And I'm putting the shout out right now. Anybody in the Florida area would please go to his website, OccupyVeteransSanFrancisco.weebly.com. Take a look at his pictures. Take a look at his Facebook page and see if you can't figure out if you've seen him or not. If you have, please report in, check back, post up, whatnot. If you see him, help him out. I'm sure he'd be grateful. And damn it, that camera's on a timer. I'll have to remember to fix that when I go live, but I like that setup. Makes it handy. Don't forget, I was just going to make this a 30-minute show. That's why I was trying to cut it short there, but maybe I'll make it an hour. Don't forget your Bill of Rights. This is what I was talking about earlier. A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of the free state, the right to free people, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This is the Second Amendment. And they're still trying to take your guns. In your First Amendment, of course. I wanted to start with the second because it backs up the first. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or the press or the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances, which is what the Occupy movement was doing. And we were beat down and beat down hard. Don't forget the Third Amendment. Most people don't even know or even think of it. Do you? No soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in manner to be prescribed by law. And basically, the government cannot force you to house its agents. Of course, the Fourth Amendment, which is very important, has been violated on numerous occasions throughout the United States, especially upon the homeless, and a lot of them are homeless veterans. The Fourth Amendment, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. No warrants shall issue upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. That means there has to be specific information that you can't just say, I want a warrant to go search John Doe's house because I think he's got drugs there or an illegal gun. I mean, and they do it. Quite a few amendments are skipped over. For example, in suits of common law where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of common law. Now, what does that mean? The right to trial by jury extends to civil as well as criminal cases. Once a jury has made its decision, no court can overturn or otherwise change that decision except via accepted legal process. For instance, granting of a new trial when an appeals court determines that your rights were violated in the original proceeding, which happens all the time. I've been watching more and more YouTube videos come out from people that are brave enough to carry their cell phones into courts, which will not allow you to video or audio record or even have your cell phone on in the court. Now I can understand it's a courtroom, you don't want cell phones going off all the time, but I do understand that they have a process for asking, for media to be there. But let's say that the defendant doesn't know that they can have media there, and maybe the defendant might want to have the media there, but they're not explained that. Basically, it's the citizens against the police state. So I encourage you to go to court and keep your cell phone on. Don't let the bailiff see you, because I'm sure they'll have a freaking conniption and throw some cuffs on you if they do, or at least reprimand you or cite you at something. But it's we the people, not we the police state, we the corporations. So I'm encouraging people to stand up. And it's funny, I get a significant amount of people that encourage me to continue doing what I do, because I talk to people on buses, in the grocery stores, and I see people overhear me, and it looks like my battery's dying. And they come up to me in a minute or two, or when they're exiting the train on the BART, and they say, keep doing what you're doing. And I appreciate that. That keeps me going. It's those people that counterbalance the fuck yous and the get the fuck off, flip that flag over, you fucking veteran in distress, piece of shit, Oh, it's really disturbing when somebody tells you to go back to North Korea when I'm clearly not from North Korea. I wonder what their mental state is and what the fuck they're thinking. I do prefer when people decide to come up and talk to me. I had a little old lady do that, and although I didn't sway her, I did throw some things at her that she was not aware of especially the fluoride in the water, GMOs in her food. She just couldn't see past the flag being inverted. It was just affecting her eyesight and her train of thought. She just couldn't get it. Like I said, though, my battery is dying. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. Peace, love, and solidarity once again from the San Francisco Bay Area. Don't forget to check out the website, and maybe you'll see me at one of the marches. I'd love to see you and say hi. Please, please, by all means, film the police. Stand up for your brothers and sisters. If you see something going on that's wrong, speak out, call out, cameras up, ask for help, get people involved. But do not call the police if you can avoid it, unless it is an absolutely dangerous situation. In that case, call the police and paramedics absolutely immediately. I want to thank everybody for tuning in once again. I am James Cartmel reporting live on OccupySFTV, associated with Independent Citizen Media, which is, of course, my website. And hope to see you again. Peace.